Hello, family and friends. This is Rob the Sapper Gardener, taking a break from washing some Lead Farmer 73. And my garden sucks. Okay, so that may be a little bit deceptive because obviously we have had a lot of success in the garden, but watched a video from one of our YouTube friends, Josh, over at the Citystead. Let's see if I can get out of the sun. And a lot of gardeners look at our gardens and they say, oh wow, your garden looks great, it's huge, it's big, but we have challenges just like everybody else in the garden. Hold on a second, let you guys see Mrs. SG back there weeding. Yeah, we have challenges just like everybody else in the garden, and you can do everything right. Gardening's a learning experience, but you can do everything right, or what you think is right, and still have challenges. So I'm going to show you guys a few of our challenges in the garden, and you can see why sometimes our garden does suck. So we got these beautiful okra plant over here. We did some companion planting. We've got some new plants we've put out, but we also have pest damage. So my wife did a great job putting out some okra plants over here, and these are doing great, but these, the rabbits or some other pests, have had a field day on. And we try to do what we can to minimize the pest damage. We have ways to deter pests. You know, we use red pepper flakes in our garden. We do some blood meal, which is supposed to deter some pests. We use a couple of different organic methods, but we also put out traps to catch the pests. And that's another one of the reasons why we say our garden sucks, because every state law is different. But here in Virginia, it's against the law to catch and relocate pest animals. So we do have a heart traps out, which at our previous home in Georgia, we'd catch them, we'd take them to local park or forest land, and we would release. But here in Virginia, we cannot do that. So even with the have a heart traps, we do wind up having to put our pest animals in the Lead Farmer 73 relocation program, which we don't like to do. So we do everything we can to prevent animals coming in and getting caught in the traps. So whenever we find a place that animals are digging in, we try to reinforce around it. And this was one. This is our double gate on our privacy fence. And animals have been digging under here. So eventually I went scorched earth and I built a brick and pebble barrier egress. I don't know what you would call it, but we really got tired of them coming in because they were digging at the door, they were chewing through the wood. We put a metal plate so they couldn't chew through the wood, so then they started digging under. We put rocks down in the hole, they moved the rocks, they were doing everything. And they actually even tried to dig under this, but eventually they figured out they weren't getting in. But we try to do everything we can to prevent pests from getting in. some of it may be extreme, but the other option is to dispatch the animals. So we put wire fencing around wherever we can. We use an old kitty gate here because we just got tired of coming out and seeing animals eating up what we have. And we know there's always going to be some type pest problems, and they're tenacious. We have caught a few and dispatched. We put wiring around this. They've already dug under. So we're going to do another layer of wiring around here. These are some of our honeydew melons, some of our okra, and it's just a never-ending battle. Some of our higher garden beds we don't have to worry about, like our straw bale garden. Apparently they don't want to climb up in there. But yeah, this garden area was full of peas, and I haven't shown it a lot, but the peas have not done well because the pests really love those low-lying vegetables. So unless your veggies get high enough where they can't reach or push over, they're done for. And again, despite all the preventive measures, we do still have traps. We have caught a few pests. We caught some skunks, which I'll put up a quick graphic to show them. But no matter all the traps, no matter what we do, we're always going to have pest problems. That's just an unfortunate side effect or unfortunate consequence of having a larger property like we do. We're always going to have something. And you can see we have traps all around the property. But one great piece of advice I got probably 15-20 years ago, one of my coworkers at the time, who was also an avid gardener, and I was more of a new gardener then, after I bought our first house, said, "Rob, if you're gonna garden, one thing you always have to remember, plant a lot, plant enough for yourself, but also plant enough for nature, because nature's always gonna find some tight way to get in, whether it's squirrels, raccoons, possums, skunks, insects, it's gonna get in." So we joke because of a lot of the comments we got. We always get positive comments, which we love. Says your garden looks great, everything's doing well. But there are definitely times where we will come out and we'll think, man, our garden sucks, everything's being eaten. But it doesn't. There's Mrs. SG. I'll get the water. Sorry about that. Happy wife, happy life. She's out planting seeds, she's weeding. I definitely have nothing to complain about with her efforts in the garden. Where am I at? So if there's one piece of advice that we could give young gardeners, don't be discouraged. All gardeners think at some time, my garden sucks. Something doesn't grow. You know, you get a heat wave, you get a bunch of rain, there's always something going on. But if you're getting anything from your garden, that's a bonus. And just learn and adapt. Each year, hopefully your garden does better like ours does. Every now and then, something will happen that, you know, maybe a setback, but don't give up. Keep planting, keep growing, keep learning. You know, say my garden sucks, but then remember, I watched another video this morning, gardening in Gnome Town. Life is good. If you've got an area to garden, life is good. If you get anything out of your garden, life is good, because there's obviously people who can't garden, people who want to, who don't have the space, have restrictions. So enjoy your garden, enjoy the meals you can make from your garden. Just do what you can. So real quick response to video Josh over at the Citystead did, and obviously the one that Rick at Gardening in Gnome Town did. I'll leave links to their channels here, I believe. And you can watch their videos also talking about the same thing. So I'm gonna get out of here. We came out early before the scorching heat took over. We're going to get cleaned up. We're gonna go eat at our favorite restaurants, and then I'm gonna come back and build some 2-foot high portable fencing that we can put around some of our areas to help keep the pests out. I may do a video on that so you guys can see another way that you can kind of move around your protection as you see it. So let me get out of here. I'm sitting here next to our comfrey tea, if you guys can see it, which we'll be putting out some this weekend. The oldest bucket is about 4 to 5 weeks old. The other bucket is about 3 weeks old. So we're gonna start draining it and mixing it with water and putting it out in our garden. So let me get out of here, get cleaned up so we can go do a few errands and then get back. So as always, this is Rob, the Sapper Gardener, representing Essayons Family Garden. God bless our great country, America. God bless you wherever you reside around the world. And God bless your garden, your harvest, your kitchen, your meals, and especially your family, that you have health, success, and prosperity as we do. Take care. Sapper out.